All right, y'all are not going to believe this. Actually, you might believe this, but this is the most overt case that I've seen in a hot minute. They are actively trying to cover up the updates that are coming out of the Michigan stabbing rampage that happened last night. Guys, I have uncontrovertible evidence that literally shows a handgun from an armed citizen stopping the attacker or the stabber or the knife wielder or the assault knife folder wielder guy. Whoever you want to call it. The attempted murderer, I don't care. The terrorist, doesn't matter to me. Here's the thing. There is active evidence, watching it in real time, clear as crystal, that the guy has a handgun and he's an armed citizen. The media can't even mention it. What I'm about to walk you through is literally a cover-up because it undermines the narrative. Remember what I said this morning and last night? If this was gun control, oh my God, every single media outlet, the common sense is needed, the epidemic of gun violence, oh my God, it would never end. Giffords.org, Every Time for Gun Safety, Moms for Action, March for Our Lives, all of them would be just foaming at the mouth for all those donation emails that they'd be sending out. But in this case, for some reason, mum's the word. It is odd. Wonders never cease. Now, as you guys get in here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on because we are actively being suppressed for the information of which we're about to show you. So make sure you are not getting unsubscribed. And if you're new, you join the fight. Thank you so much for that, guys. All right. We're going to get into this. We're going to jump to everything over here on my X profile. We've got audio, video. That is excellent. Make sure you guys follow me at Braden, LOA. And if you genuinely want to send this into the dustbin of history, if you want to relegate all the propaganda that we're about to dispel, consider joining us at the Second Press. I'm going to show you a quick clip of what we're doing over here, and then I'm going to jump into this. Link in the description. Let's get it.
Gentlemen, you're not here to follow, and you're here to lead. To shape the world with ideas that stick.
The Second Press has cracked the code on influence, using cutting-edge tech and bold new strategies to amplify our message by 46%.
Our content doesn't just grab attention, it owns it, forging a deeper connection with audiences and driving our message home with unmatched impact. We've proven it. Our approach is 46% more effective than anything else out there. Now, I'm inviting you to join our exclusive community membership.
Your investment fuels a content juggernaut designed to outshine, outlast, and overwhelm the competition.
Together, we'll make our message the dominant force in the culture, undeniable, unshakable, and unstoppable.
I'm inviting you to be a part of a movement that redefines the game. Join us. Let's make our voice the one that echoes loudest.
Ready to make your mark? Visit thesecondpress.co to join the community.
All right, guys, that is just a sample of what we're achieving. We are going to destroy these people from orbit because we are pursuing truth, our constitutional rights, and we're going to win. Link in the description box below. Amazing things are happening. All right, let's get into this. Enough of you guys have shown up. Let's pop it. All right, so what I'm going to show you first, oh, God, this is so infuriating. What I'm going to show you first is just a broad search of U.S. news, okay? Now, if you just do a broad search right now on Google of U.S. news, here's what you get. Top stories. Remember, 11 people were stabbed last night. 11. 11 people injured in stabbing at Michigan Walmart. Suspect in custody. Democrats use new tactics. U.S. News ranks 2 South Carolina hotels best in the U.S. Okay, down here, local news. Deportation, Alligator Alcatraz. I mean, like, nothing? We're just going to... maybe it's something else. Maybe we go into more news. Let's just say if it's something else. Wow. Look at that. Trump, Mike Johnson, Ghislaine Maxwell, immigration, Democrats. That's really strange. Oh, look, way down here. The article that we covered. Don't worry. This is why we exist. We're going to show you exactly what it is. So after you go ahead and you actually look for the actual Michigan stabbing, because you know in gun control times, when there's a shooting or there's something horrible that happens, you always have to go looking for it, right? It's not blasted 24/7 on every media news channel with experts saying that we don't need our gun rights or we don't need any of the rights that are naturalized of a citizen. No. We don't need any of that. No, that's you got to go look for it, right? No, false, wrong. You have every single article, every single news outlet, every single video platform spewing from the rooftops how you can't have your rights because this criminal did this thing. Every time, without fail. Gun rights groups, gun control, Every Time for Gun Safety, Moms for Action, March for Our Lives, Giffords.org, every single one of them seize on the moment, say you can't have your rights, the gun's the problem, it's not the tool, it's not the person, it's the actual inanimate object. All this sounding familiar? I'm done dealing with their bullshit. Because this is what they do to us. This is what they do to you, and this pisses me off. That's why I started the second press. Link in the description. Okay, now that I've gotten that little rant out of the way, let me show you the big point in question. This is the big mystery. Okay, watch this. This is an actual clip from the actual. I just saw it. I saw a chat. It distracted me. I'm going to show you the actual video of the individual stopping the stabbing suspect. Okay. Just at any point in time in the chat, you tell me when it's curious what's happening. Like, it's really, really hard, right? Okay, let's just get it.
Drop it! Throw the knife that way! Throw it away! Throw it away! Hey, he hasn't dropped it! Put it down! Okay, I'm responsible. I don't care. Lay down!
Yeah, I really can't. Maybe he's holding a candy bar. Maybe he's holding something, I don't know, like a rutabaga. Maybe he's holding a piece of celery. It's really wielding it effectively. No, idiots. He's clearly wielding a gun. You're not idiots. The people saying this is a question of what he's holding are an idiot. I'm going to keep on going because it's very clear this guy put himself in harm's way to hold this guy at gunpoint, not Hershey chocolate bar point, in order for the police to arrive. It's very clear what happened. It's obvious, clear as day. But don't worry, we're going to get to the point where I'm getting real amped because the media, they didn't even mention the fact that there's a Second Amendment issue here. Watch this. I'm going to give this guy full props. Hero alert. Meet Derek Perry, the good guy with a firearm who helped subdue the Walmart mass stabbing suspect in Traverse City, Michigan, until police arrived, per local reports. Give this man the recognition his actions deserve. Good men who are armed save lives. Yes, exactly. 100%. This is the whole point. When we are an armed population, when we are a well-trained population, when we are a self-sufficient population, we don't need them anymore. We can take care of ourselves. This is a good example of that. But the media doesn't want you to know that. The gun controllers don't want you to know that. That's why they're completely not saying a word about 11 people stabbed. Because they would tell you it was only the guns. It's impossible without a knife. Again, I'm irritated about this. But let's zoom in. Maybe that Hershey's chocolate bar he's holding is just that. Maybe that's like extra almonds. It's clear as day that's a freaking firearm. All right. Again, because this would undermine the narrative. And this guy is a hero. Pure and simple. He's a hero. All right. Now we're getting real close to the point where I'm going to start getting real amped. Again, there's the zoom in. Mainstream media, including Fox News, is ignoring the armed citizen holding the Walmart stabbing suspect at gunpoint until authorities arrived. You simply can't hate the media enough. Never leave your cave without your club, folks. It can happen to you anywhere. That's a valid point across the board. And I'm going to get to the super chats I see coming in here in a second. But guys, this is why you carry a gun and you are defending yourself preemptively. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it when some psychopath has a 2-inch folding knife blade running around stabbing people while you're getting your groceries. Okay, but again, the gun's the problem. Not the people, the guns. Okay, here's where I start getting a little cranky. So right here, I swear to God, dude, the suspect in Michigan Walmart stabbing faces terrorism and assault charges. Okay, terrorism and assault charges. All right, let's just keep on going here. Again, this is actively on CNN. I'm showing you a live feed, okay? As we scroll down here, I was looking very hard for the mention of any Second Amendment, any like a gun involvement, anything, okay? And we're going to get right down here, and I'm going to show you what CNN puts in here around the video that I just showed you. Again, I want to bring attention to the idea that the video is in question on CNN's website underneath the title, Suspect in Michigan Walmart Stabbing Faces Terrorism. There's the same video I just showed you. Okay, now that we've fully established this, I'm going to go back down to where the highlighting was. The video shows the standoff with the attacker. Yeah, it does. CNN obtained video of the confrontation with the attacker in the parking lot. Great job, CNN. You're a multi-million-dollar operation, and you did the same thing a guy can do on the internet in his office, in his house. Anyway, showing several people yelling at him to throw the knife away and lie on the ground. In the video, taken from a distance, it is unclear whether the man is holding anything or throws it away. The video also appears to show several people attending a victim nearby. Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense, because I have the same video. I have the same image. You'd think there might be something else you want to talk about in this scenario. Maybe, just maybe, there might be something worthy of note. I mean, I'm just a guy, but it feels like this part right here, it feels like this part right there seems to be a pretty important piece to this. No, can't talk about that, because CNN's right here, and they've got the same video posted on their website, and nope, not a mention. There were some people there who told him to throw away the knife. Oh, don't worry, it's not just CNN that's a piece of shit on this. Let's keep on going. All right, this is the Detroit Free Press. You know, they're a little more local. Sheriff, bystanders help stop Michigan Walmart stabbing suspect from hurting more people. Okay. You'd think there'd be a few more details there, because, you know, again, on the other side of this, when a gun is used for negative, it's every headline. But these, no. All right, here's some quotes from the Detroit Free Press. Drop the knife, one man shouts in the video, which shows several men, one who appears to be holding a handgun, surrounding another man between cars in the parking lot. Throw it away, another man yells. Appears to be holding a handgun. Appears to be holding a handgun. It's unclear. It really is. I personally think that might be a piece of celery. It appears. Guys, listen, I'm laying it on real thick right now for a very important reason, and I'll bring this full circle here in a second. But these are the people that tell you you can't have your gun rights because they know better than you do. They know all about the safety, and the odds of it happening are so remote and slim that it would never happen. And after all, when a gun is introduced into a scenario, the likelihood of you getting killed with your own gun goes up by 5 times. These sound familiar? Every Town for Gun Safety, gungiffers.org, they're all their own talking points. But the media is sitting here. It appears he may be, if the sun was right, glinting, possibly holding a handgun. No, morons. That is absolutely a handgun, as clear as day. But why would they not want to tell you that? Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. I'm just going to leave that up. I have a feeling I'm going to reference that again. This irritates me beyond measure. Just make sure you're hitting those emojis, chats, and likes, because this needs to get out. You guys need to spread this everywhere. All right. Now, this last one, here we go over to the New York Times, because you know they're not going to be biased. 11 people are injured in knife attack at a Michigan Walmart, officials say. Okay. All right. Let's see what they say about this. From the New York Times, the man used a standard folding style knife. I swear these people, it's reminiscent of AR-style weapon. In the attack, Sheriff Michael Deshay of Grand Traverse County said at a news conference on Saturday night. He acted alone, Sheriff Shea said. Citizen involvement brought the attack to an end, Sheriff Shea said, declining to elaborate. Okay, CNN and the New York Times, both of them, declining to elaborate. A citizen involvement. The people were yelling at him, throw a knife. Are you freaking serious? This is exactly why we fight these people. Because they don't want to tell you that the fact that an individual armed with a Second Amendment item, a firearm, was able to hold evil at bay, which undermines their whole point that guns are a problem the entire time. And I'm going to leave this up for a second. Now, keep in mind, Michigan has spent recently, under Gretchen Whitmer's purview, a very large concerted effort to interrupt the Second Amendment rights and the process of acquiring those Second Amendment rights. Universal background checks, red flag laws, all of those things. But for some reason, they aren't going to say a word when it goes the right way. This is why this needs to be spread out, because these idiots at CNN and New York Times aren't going to tell you that their whole mantra of getting rid of guns is not effective, it doesn't work. They're not going to tell you that. And that's why I'm kind of getting a little spicy on this one. Because genuinely, we have every piece of evidence that we need. They're pissing on our heads and they're telling us that it's raining. It's clear as day. Right now, this guy would not have stopped if someone wasn't pointing a gun right at his face. Now, personally, I would say give that a little bit more backup space. But you know what? I'm not going to nitpick too much when you stand in the line of, in this case, a knife. But these people don't want you to know that this is the simplest solution. You can either give up your rights and be a sheep and be victim to all of this crazy, as they've said in their own reports. It's completely random. They acted alone. There's no way to react to this. Children and elderly were involved in this. And after the police arrived, he was arrested once a guy with a handgun stopped him. One guy stopped one murderous psychopath with a freaking knife. One guy. But you can't have your rights because it's too dangerous for you. Don't worry. The gatekeepers of information in the media will make sure you know the truth the whole time. This is why we exist. This is why we are doing the second press. We're going to change the culture, spread this information, and we're going to devote all the new technology to it. Because these people are lying to you in order to take your rights away. Things that people died, sweat, blood, tears for. And I get amped about this kind of crap. And I'm sorry if I'm getting a little too emotional about it, but ugh. All right, leave some comments in the chat over there. I'm going to jump over in the chat and do the supers real quick because I owe those to you because you guys, I appreciate every single one of you. All right. Pin King 554, the $5 super chat says, even if you ban guns, evil will just use another tool. Absolutely, it's what we've been screaming on this channel and every channel for that matter on the 2A space. It's not the tool, it's the individual. An inanimate object is an inanimate object until a person applies will to it. This is not difficult. And I will have this argument on any platform, anywhere. I don't care. I will go into the far left progressives on the Young Turks and talk about this. It's that easy. All right, the Gun Club, $5. Strong work, sir. Your videos are really fantastic. Going to put second press on my budget for next month. Thank you, Sully. Sully going to join the second press next month. Thank you, guys. That is the way we're going to beat these people. It's never been done before, and the results are incredible. All right, Nick TD with the $10 super chat. Ban high-capacity assault rocks. Our lives are at stake. Someone dies almost every year due to high-capacity assault rocks. Our safety is at stake. Think of the children. Excellent summation of the gun control argument on this. But for some reason, again, didn't exist. God, these people are so disingenuous. The Gun Club, $2 super chat. He done nothing. It was just a pack of Skittles. Exactly. That's the point. And of course, if you're just now tuning in, you are missing all the goodness of if this was a celery that's holding this guy at bay. No, it couldn't be the Second Amendment doing anything good. All right. Oh, God, it's so infuriating. Guys, in summation, this is an everyday hero who stepped in when the opportunity arose. That's as pure and simple as it is. He stepped up. He did stuff that he didn't have to do in order to help others by embracing his Second Amendment rights as an American citizen. It's as clear cut as that. The media doesn't want to give him accolades. The media doesn't even want to talk about the fact that a gun existed. The media doesn't want to talk about that even evil can exist if it's something other than a gun. But damn it, we're going to do it every single day on this channel, and we're going to scream about this every single time that they bring up a gun control argument. Because this right here is how you undermine them and defeat them all day, every day. All right. That was a little more emotional than I thought I was going to be on that one. I hope you guys realize it's coming from a place of love, liberty, and freedom, and I will see you on the next one. Braden. See you later.